Hello and welcome. It's time for another one of Grampy's Tiny Tales. Tonight's story is called Brave Little Biscuit.
Once upon a time, nestled in a cozy little house, lived a stuffed bear named Biscuit. Biscuit wasn't just any bear. He had soft, honey-brown fur, shiny black button eyes that sparkled with kindness, and a heart stitched with so much love it felt warm to the touch. He lived in a sunny yellow room, perched on a bookshelf right next to a window. From this spot, he could see the big oak tree in the front yard, where squirrels would chase each other up and down the trunk. He knew the exact pattern the sunlight made on the wooden floor in the morning, and the soft hum of the house as it settled down for the night. Biscuit's best friend was a little girl named Alice. Every day, Alice would take Biscuit down from his shelf for wonderful adventures. They would have tea parties with imaginary cakes, build tall towers with colorful blocks, and read stories about brave knights and magical forests. At night, Alice would hug Biscuit tight, and his stitched heart would feel like it was glowing. He loved the smell of her lavender shampoo and the gentle rhythm of her breathing as she drifted off to sleep. This room, this house, with Alice by his side, this was home. But one day, everything changed. Big, brown boxes started appearing in the yellow room. They were everywhere. Alice's mom and dad were carefully wrapping toys and books in crinkly paper and placing them inside. Biscuit watched with a worried feeling in his fluffy tummy. Alice picked him up, hugged him extra close, and whispered, "Don't worry, Biscuit. We're going on a big adventure to a new home." She gently placed him in a box filled with soft blankets. It was dark inside, and the comforting sights and sounds of his room disappeared. Soon, the box was sealed, and everything went completely black. The journey was bumpy and strange. Biscuit could hear muffled rumbles and feel the box jostling from side to side. He missed his spot on the bookshelf. He missed seeing the oak tree and feeling the warm sun on his fur. He felt a little bit scared and very, very lonely. Where were they going? What would this new home be like? Would it have a sunny window or a big oak tree? Most importantly, would Alice still love him there? He tried to be brave, just like the knights in their storybooks, but it was hard. After what felt like a very long time, the box stopped moving. He heard new sounds, the chirp of different birds, the distant rumble of a car he didn't recognize. Then he heard Alice's happy voice. My toys are here." The top of the box opened and bright light streamed in. Alice's smiling face appeared above him. She gently lifted him out of the box and hugged him so tightly he thought his stuffing might pop. "We're here, Biscuit. Welcome to our new house," she cheered. Alice carried him into a new room. This room wasn't yellow. The walls were a soft, calming blue, like the sky on a clear day. The window looked out onto a garden filled with red and pink flowers he had never seen before. There was a fluffy white rug on the floor that felt wonderfully soft under his paws when Alice set him down. But it all felt different. The sunlight made new shapes on the floor. The house smelled of fresh paint and new wood, not the familiar scent of Alice's home-baked cookies. It didn't feel like home at all. That night, as Alice got ready for bed, Biscuit sat on her new bedside table. He looked around the quiet, unfamiliar room. The shadows on the wall looked like strange monsters, and the creaks and groans of the new house were loud and spooky. A wave of sadness washed over him. He missed his old bookshelf. He missed the view of the familiar oak tree. A little tear, a tiny drop of pretend water, rolled down his button eye. He felt so very alone. Just then, Alice turned to him. She must have seen the sadness in his shiny eyes, because she scooped him up into a big, warm hug. "Oh, Biscuit," she whispered, her voice soft and gentle. "Are you feeling a little sad? I know it's a new place. I miss our old room too sometimes." She snuggled him under the covers, right next to her. She began to hum a familiar lullaby, the same one she always sang to him in their old yellow room. The melody wrapped around Biscuit like a warm blanket. She held his paw. "But you know what I realized?" she said softly. "As long as we're together, it feels like home." She pointed to his chest. "Your heart is stitched with love, and my heart is filled with love for you. That's what makes a home." She then gave him a gentle kiss on his forehead. "And we can make new memories here. We can find a new favorite spot for you to sit. Maybe by this window, so you can watch the butterflies in the garden." As Alice drifted off to sleep, her arms still wrapped around him, Biscuit thought about her words. He listened to the steady, comforting rhythm of her breathing, just like he always had. He could smell the same lavender scent from her hair. He felt her love surrounding him, warm and safe. The shadows on the wall didn't seem so scary anymore. The creaks of the house just sounded like it was stretching and settling in for the night, just like their old house used to. He looked out the window from his spot in the bed. He couldn't see the old oak tree, but he could see a sky full of twinkling stars, more stars than he had ever seen before. He saw the moon, a friendly silver crescent, smiling down at them. It was a different view, but it was beautiful. Biscuit snuggled closer to Alice. His little stitched heart felt warm and full again. He realized Alice was right. Home wasn't a yellow room or a view of an oak tree. It wasn't about the color of the walls or the smell of the house. Home was the feeling of being safe. Home was the feeling of being loved. Home was being right here with Alice. And in that moment, tucked into a new bed, in a new room, in a new house, Biscuit the bear felt completely and wonderfully at home. He closed his button eyes, a happy little smile on his face, ready for all the new adventures they would have together, starting tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gentle stories. Good night.